PG, boys. Is that all right?
I always keep it PG.
Pretty graphic. All right. We're going to jump right in. We've got questions for Wyatt. And almost everyone who sent in a question is someone who trains here, which is cool.
That is good.
And I'll let you guess who asked the question. And if you guess right, I'll confirm.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not going to know. I only know like 20 people by name in here. It's crazy.
First question. What made you try jits for the first time?
Okay. That's actually a pretty good question because it started in line school, right? So I was in line school, and one of my really good buddies in line school, he was into jiu-jitsu like for a year or two, kind of just getting into that, whatever. He was a white belt. He actually came in like 2 years ago here, but he lives in Colorado now. Anyways, we were in line school. We were messing around. You know how it goes out there. And
tell everyone what's line school.
That's pretty much where you climb poles to fix power, right? You're a lineman, whatever. I went to the line school part, never did anything after that. I wish I didn't do it, but...
Wyatt likes to accumulate credentials.
Yeah, I accumulated a lot of credentials, but don't use them.
Oh, that's what he meant when he said he knows his way around a pole. He went to line school.
Yes.
It's all making sense.
There you go. Anyways, so I met him there. He told me he did jiu-jitsu. I was like, that stuff's fake. Doesn't work. Well, it was like the last day of our school. I was like, I'm just going to take him out. Like, we're just going to wrestle right in the middle of the whole school, right? And I went to go wrestle him. I took him down, and I was like, all right, well, I don't know what I'm doing here. And he did some weird thing. He got to my back and choked me out in like 5 seconds. I was like, huh. I feel pretty weak in that position, so that sucks. Right, so after that, I was like, whatever. Didn't really faze me. Then my cousin Spencer was coming in, and he hit me up, and he's like,
Spencer?
Spencer Koski.
Who's Spencer Koski?
He's my cousin. He doesn't come in anymore, unfortunately, but he's very busy with it.
Brian, did you make sure to take his picture off the Polaroid wall?
He might not have ever even been in to have that taken.
That's harsh.
Dang. Anyways, he hit me up one day. He's like, hey, man, you want to come try it out? And I was like, sure, I'll give it a shot. I have nothing else better to do.
So he was already training at this point?
Yeah, probably, I think like a month or two. I don't even know how long, but it wasn't long. So I came in, was fine, fun, whatever. Kind of was like, whatever, that's cool. Then ever since then, we moved. I was right before we moved to Future Fitness. It was the week before.
So we were at Garden Highway when you came in?
Yeah, we were at Garden Highway. It was the week before, and I was like, huh, okay. And then we moved to Future Fitness, and I was like, well, now we have a gym membership here. So I'm like, well, I'm going to join. Might as well. I didn't have a gym membership at the time, so I was like, I'll join the gym and jiu-jitsu.
You didn't have a gym membership?
Well, okay, I did, but it was at Ironborn, I believe, at the time. Maybe I was at Training Zone. I don't know where I was.
So you were just like in a transition with your own gym stuff?
Yeah, I was kind of like, this is cool. It has both in one, right? So I was like, perfect, we'll do it. Joined up, and I fell in love with jiu-jitsu. I like how intellectual it is. It's I always tell everyone, it's a puzzle you're never going to solve, ever. And I just got obsessed with it. Literally everything I thought about, I watched. I couldn't stop watching YouTube. I just came in every single day, trained. It was great cardio. I got in great shape. I lost like 15 pounds. Lost a lot of strength with that though, so that does suck. But yeah, it started out just because I was like, wow, I'm very weak and can't handle myself. And
you got choked, bro.
Yeah, and ever since then, it's changed a lot.
Got choked. Any guesses who asked that?
I have no clue, honestly.
All right.
You want to tell me?
No, I'm not going to tell you. You can take a guess if you want. We don't get this.
I don't know who would even ask that question.
Literally everyone would probably.
Yeah, exactly. That's the most basic. That's the most
basic. Like, ask someone about jiu-jitsu. Why'd you start? When did you start?
Okay.
Yeah, it's very basic.
When are you going to finish the other half of your tattoo? But also, what do you love and hate about... I think they meant BJJ. What do you love and hate about BJJ?
Dang, someone's really hating on my tattoo.
Are they?
This was probably Annalie. I know Annalie's into tats. So she's
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, wouldn't be my guess, but that's because I only have half the arm done, and it's incomplete on my incomplete on my forearm right here. We left it open because I didn't know what I wanted to do on the other side, so I didn't shade it because I wanted to be able to shade into it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know when I'm going to do that. Probably after I'm done with school, because it does suck to get a brand new tattoo. And with school, I don't know how they kind of pretty much told me like I need to cover up my tattoos. So
What are you
probably
going to school for?
for nursing. Yeah, I just started like 3 weeks ago. So
No tats for the nurses.
no, they don't care in the hospital, but they did have kind of like a iffiness about it. So if I have to wear long sleeves just during school, then I might, but they don't care after. Like if you're working, they don't care at all. So I don't know when I'm going to do that. Probably in like 2 years, I'll blast it all out. And then what was the other part of the question?
What do you love, but also what do you hate about, and again, I'm pretty sure they meant
Jiu-jitsu?
BJJ. Yeah.
Like I said, jiu-jitsu is a puzzle you are never going to solve. Ever. Literally ever. It is a framework for pretty much, I believe, like life, right? It's going to throw things at you that you're like, wow, I've never seen that before. And you have to be able to adapt on that split second and figure it out, right? And most of the time you won't be able to adapt, and you'll have to like go back and think about, why did that not work? How did it not work? And I think anyone getting into something hard or trying to better their lives should start jiu-jitsu, because it's putting you through a daily process of like just getting beaten down to like the core of just basic fundamental life, right? You being able to protect yourself, and it's a very humbling thing when you can't protect yourself, right? So that is why I love jiu-jitsu. It's just so fundamental, and there's a never-ending process to it. You're never going to know everything. You're never going to be the best. You're never going to be able to beat everyone. Like, it doesn't matter. You're going to have someone like Cooper come in and just training for 7 months beat you up, and you're like, wow, that sucks, right? But that's the beauty of it, because you're like, wow, it's like, that's how good jiu-jitsu is.
Shout out to the Milk Boys.
Yeah, Milk Boys, man, they're onto something there, right? $20 a gallon though, it's pretty crazy. But anyways,
It's true.
the thing I probably hate the most about jiu-jitsu, let's see. That's a hard question.
It's a long list.
No, it's not really a long list, because there's not a lot of things I hate about jiu-jitsu. I would say maybe the ego, right? Like I said, it's a fundamental thing as human beings that we are like kind of prideful. We fight for what we like, what we stand for. And when you come into jiu-jitsu and as a new person, I had it too. Like I was like, I don't want to lose, right? It's just kind of a human nature. But people take that to a level that's kind of irresponsible, I believe. Like, they believe they should beat someone and that no one should be better than them. And it's like, which is why I said you should get into jiu-jitsu, because it's going to humble you. But some people just never get out of that phase, and that's kind of unfortunate, right? I don't like the ego. I don't believe that's a good thing. Everyone has an ego, but people are cocky in this sport, and people believe like this sport is something bigger than just a sport. Like, at the end of the day, like, most people in here, they have a family, they go home to kids or a wife or whatever. It's just, we're in here to have a good time and better ourselves. Leave it at that. Like,
for 99.9% of the people that do it, it's not that deep, bro.
yeah, seriously. Unless you're making millions of dollars on CJI or ADCC or whatever, like, fine, be cocky because you have to. But if you're just a Joe Schmo like us that's coming in trying to train, just train.
Yeah.
Try and have fun and learn.
You're not even hitting each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, dude. Go to Muay Thai.
That's kind of always what that's a good segue, because one of the questions is, when is he going? They didn't even address you, bro. When is he going to do Muay Thai?
That's rolling, huh?
Nope.
Oh, wow. I don't really like Muay Thai, man. Getting punched in the face is not fun. It's really not. I did it for like 2 months.
Mastered it.
Yeah. I think I got my black belt or green belt or whatever they call it. Was not my thing. It's something I think everyone should do, right? Like at least a month. That's what I got off. I checked off the box, but
A month of Muay Thai.
I don't know. It's just not really my thing. Maybe I'll try it in a little bit, but it's just not really enjoyable for me, right? Like, if you're gonna do something or you're gonna train, I think you should enjoy it a little bit. And if you don't enjoy it, then what's the point, right? Unless you're training for something like...
It's hard to go all in on two things at once.
For sure.
You went all
For
in
sure.
on jiu-jitsu. So
Oh, yeah.
It's tough to even dabble in something else.
For sure. You can't... It's really hard to do a Muay Thai class, then a jiu-jitsu class, and then stay for open mat afterwards, and you're
And
getting...
maintain your lifting schedule or whatever else
Yeah.
shit you're doing.
It's almost impossible. Like, it's just not... Well, I mean, it is feasible, but...
Having said that, I do think that Muay Thai or striking is, for life purposes, way more valuable to know and be competent at than jits.
100%. Yeah.
Wait, why?
Because
Okay, hold on. So, Muay Thai, striking, way more like for life on a competence side.
yeah, just like for like valuable life skills. Like if you're training for self-defense or you're training to be competent and like hold your own if the need arises, way more valuable for striking or Muay Thai than Jiu-Jitsu.
I've got pushback on that because of Hyro, which Hyro convinced me of this a very long time ago. I didn't know him very long. He convinced me of this, and then we convinced my brother of this, and it's held true. Like, self-defense wise, 1-2, double leg. Every time. 99.999% of the time.
Okay.
A good 1-2, double leg. And that, now you're on the ground. So now it is jiu-jitsu, right? But like, bar fight, street fight, even if someone has a background in martial arts, 1-2, double leg. Like a good 1-2, double leg. To like master something like Muay Thai or be high level or something, I think it's the same as if you were to master like boxing or wrestling or jiu-jitsu in that sense, the struggle of like engaging with someone. But and I'm going to argue where I think jiu-jitsu has the edge is that you're never going to go spar 100% and win by knockout in Muay Thai. But you are going to go 100% very frequently throughout the year at jiu-jitsu and virtually kill someone who has to let you know, like, okay, I'm out. And I think that's important to experience so that you, like, avoid confrontation. Mm-hmm. Versus I think if you took half the people that train Muay Thai even here that have been doing some light sparring or situational sparring or even competing a little bit, they might be really overkill dangerous if they got in a fight. Because they're going to be like, well, this is like what I do all the time. And they might punch someone right in the face who probably would have been okay with not fighting. But that's my 2 cents on it.
I believe you should know how to throw a punch. Right? If you know how to throw a punch, you're going to be pretty all right.
Block a punch too.
Oh,
Yeah, block a punch. But you can learn that in a month of Muay Thai. Right? So I checked that box.
We've been there.
We moved on. We
Wow.
went to Jiu-Jitsu.
You know what? I think I'm going to get back into Muay Thai just because of this.
What's
Just
the
because-
statistic, though? How many fights go to the ground?
I don't know.
Street
If they do
fights.
go to the ground, that's not a favorable position for you, because if it's on the ground, what are you doing? Just holding the person there until police arrive? Like, just leave. Or the person has friends. You're on the ground. You're like in a vulnerable place.
But if they have friends, you're kind of in a lose-lose anyways, right?
I think de-escalating something to the point of like, let's be done, only happens once you've gained control.
Yeah.
Not once you've hit someone in the face or they're trying to hit you in the face. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just... Personally, I think you have to feel what it's like for someone to be trying 100%, and you're never going to get that in a typical Muay Thai or boxing class without getting kicked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you'll never go 100% with someone on the ground with some random dude you meet in the street. Because
won't happen.
if you train 3 months, you can take someone down and like hold them down proficiently.
Yeah.
You won't have to go 100%
No.
unless the other person's also training.
But I think if you get jumped, wrestling, being able to get to your feet is what's going to be most important.
Yeah.
If someone like, or 2 people even hit you from behind or knock you down, you're going to have to get up. Like, that's a fact. And I don't think I'm ever going to be, from here till old manhood, I don't see myself getting in a fight. You know what I mean? Like, I'd like to think I can do what it takes to not get in a fight. Getting jumped, don't have a lot of control over that, even if you're not hanging out in, like, gregarious places, if that's the right word. But anyway, we're going to get back to Wyatt's questions, bro.
Precarious.
This guy, precarious, yeah. Who's Greg, anyway, right?
Is that who asked the question?
Wait, hold on. Wait,
Precarious.
let's stay there. Okay.
Stay right there.
No, let's move on.
Pause.
Uh,
Okay, we'll circle back.
Yeah.
Maybe. How do you stray away from crunching on specific moves you're already comfortable with?
Crunching.
Crunching.
What does that mean?
So, like, you instead of like
That's the
getting a
word.
submission or a
Crunching.
position that you're really good at, how do you move on to
I
something?
gave it
else?
away. Who said it? But
Yeah.
crunching.
How do you stay away from crunching?
Crunching.
Maybe they mean crutching?
Yeah.
touching
It's
on.
something you're good at. Like, oh, forget this. I'll just move on to this new thing I'm trying to work on.
I like that. All right.
That's actually a very good skill to learn right there. Because everybody has a specific body type, and that body type is going to be applicable to a certain set of moves, right? For me, I found that as leg locks. That was kind of like my stepping
You have a
stone.
leg lock body type?
No, I guess you could say
trunks
that.
and they're accessible.
I have short arms, short legs. Like, I guess that can make legs. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. But anyways, you have to be able to notice that, which is very hard. You have to train for a while to notice that. And then you have to be able to recognize, okay, I am really good at this subsection of jiu-jitsu, but if I keep doing this subsection of jiu-jitsu, the rest of my jiu-jitsu is going to get worse, right? So for me, like the last 6 months, I've kind of said, all right, I'm going to stray away from the leg locks, and I'm going to try and chase the back, and only the back. That's it. You know, and you're going to get in a role where you recognize, like, oh, I'm still going for the leg lock. Like, why am I doing this? And you have to be able to say, okay, I need to pivot and go to something else. But being able to do that takes a lot of time, right? Because when you, like I said, you come back to the ego thing, you want to win. When you want to win, you do what you're best at, right? And so you got to be able to kind of shelf that ego and push it away to then be like, all right, I'm going to do this for the betterment in the long run, right? This sport's about the long run. You're not going to win. Like you said, you're never going to beat everyone. You're never going to be the best. But if you can recognize what you're good at, use it to then get better at other areas, right? If I get someone in a leg lock, I'm going to use it as a sweep and come up and maybe take the back or try and get to mount or something. But I'm not going to just finish the leg lock because I know, all right, I could probably finish this in this position. So you have to just be able to recognize what you're good at and then be able to say, all right, I'm going to stop doing it because I'm not going to get better if I keep doing it. It's just kind of the reality of things. And that takes a while to recognize, but once you do, your game will get a lot better.
It makes sense. I like that. Yeah, how do you stray away from contact? So you just have to decide deliberately, I'm not going to footlock everybody.
I'm going to be weaker in the interim, and I won't maybe get the submission because I'm going to go for something I'm not so good at.
Yeah.
But I'll develop that skill set, and it'll be better in the long run.
I guess a better way to answer that question would be go into your training sessions with a goal, right? And if your goal is to leg lock everyone and you know that's your best thing, well, then you're just going to practice what you're good at. But if your goal for me was to take the back, that was my goal. I'm going to use everything I have that I'm good at to get to the back, right? So that doesn't matter if my only goal is to get to the back. I'm not going to try and finish a foot lock because that's not my goal, right? I'm not going to try and finish an arm bar because that's not my goal. But I might get to an arm bar and use that to transition to the back, or I might get single leg X and then sweep to crab ride and get to the back, right? I'll use the positions I'm good at, but I have that goal in mind, and I'm only going to focus on that goal.
Makes sense.
That would be the way I would say stray away from it.
I like it.
You know, I think that like so many times during instruction, I'm thinking, I'm only going to try this move today. Like, I don't do this ever. This is not in my wheelhouse. I'm just going to work on whatever this attack is and shoot for that. And by the time we're rolling, I've completely forgotten that.
Yeah.
I've completely abandoned that. And I go home and I'm like, dude, I was trying to do the thing which I was trying to do.
He goes home and he just Kimura at everybody from bottom side.
Yeah, but that's what it is. It's like, and so I don't have the, or maybe I'm not alerting myself of it enough, or I'm not setting the intention or whatever it is. But I think my skill set, obviously, clearly everyone would grow tremendously if you only did specifically what we're doing in class, especially with the curriculum, like progressing slowly now.
Even if you just took, like, forget what they're learning in class, right? If your goal was, I'm going to do arm bars and that's it, even if in class you learned how to do a head and arm triangle, learn how to transition out of the head and arm triangle into the arm bar, right? Or take the risk and try to do it anyways. You might fail, you probably will fail, but your goal is set in stone, right? That's all I'm going to do. It doesn't matter what I learn, what someone shows me. They might show me some cool thing. Doesn't matter. I'm going to only arm bar. That's it, right? And then now you have a focus. And if you do that, my focus for January is this, right? And like kind of what we've been doing in our class. You bring it down to a basic, but
yeah. That's what this whole thing has been about, where I said, hey, I'm going to teach every class, and it's a curriculum.
Yeah.
It's like now everybody's focused. And if you watch people rolling, all of a sudden they're like going for attacks from mount.
Yeah.
It's taken a couple weeks for people to get on board, I think, but people are taking strong collar wrists and going for takedowns. And next month, in February, it's going to be guard. It's going to be heavy guard in our big sweep series. Like Baker and I were talking about it this week, or this last weekend quite a bit, of if you have a good hip bump, but also have a good chain into your guillotines, guillotine to a power half, different sweeps, reverse grips, whatever, then you're dangerous with
Yeah.
guard. And you can get to your feet. Like, that's where it's really going to come together. But, okay, you got your purple belt awfully fast. How do you hold up against other local purple belts? This person does not train here.
Does not.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think, obviously, this person hasn't rolled with Wyatt.
Is this person a friendly, or is this like a...
Are any of them, bro?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think-
there is a lot of friendlies out there, man.
I think any of the ones that didn't show up to our celebration of life are not friendlies, in my opinion. Or who proactively tried to plan other things are not a friendly. At least to me.
I'll preface this one. I've been training for 7 years.
Whoa.
Wyatt's been training for 3 years.
2.5.
Okay, Wyatt's a purple belt. I'll say that. Wyatt's a purple belt.
2.5. Let's see. So I've only done a lot of cross training with Gracie, and I love those guys over there, man. They're definitely a great school, right? They have great fundamentals. They have great classes. They have great teachings. Is it a school you want to go to where you're going to go 1,000% and learn how to like scrap? No. But if you want to be a hobbyist, that's a perfect place. It's amazing, right? I have nothing against them. They are, let me think. They have a lot of like middling belts, more like bluish, lower blue. They have a couple purples. But it's hard for me to judge against them because they're a gi school, and I don't train in the gi very often. But I feel like I hold myself well. I feel like I represent us pretty good when I don't train in the gi, right? Over there, I handle myself all right. No gi. I haven't really trained in a lot of no gi matches. I've had one against Brennan, and that was it.
I feel like that
But
one...
he was a blue belt at the time.
Yeah.
So
He got his purple belt right after that, which is cool.
yeah, he did. He well deserves it. He's pretty
Yeah,
good. He's
yeah.
really good in the gi.
I think anyone who can last 1 minute against you probably deserves that next belt. For most hobbyists. I'm being for real. Like, I roll with people who train at more hobbyist places, and
Mhm.
I'm not talking about GB or anywhere even in town necessarily. You know how it is. If you want to grab someone's foot in the first 10 seconds and
Yeah, you
finish
can
them,
do it.
Yeah. So yeah, his match may not have been long with you, but he looked like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He for the school he's at, he's absolutely a purple belt.
100%.
Absolutely.
I would say the only kind of higher level training I get would be like down in precision. I don't really go too often, but I do pretty well over there too, even in the gi. I caught a brown belt in the gi with a straight foot lock not too long ago. I was pretty proud of that. But I don't really catch a lot of it outside rounds around here, honestly. We kind of keep it pretty close in here.
Yeah. Well, how do you do? I'll add a question then, since this one was about outside of here. How do you do with the other purple belts in here?
Pretty well. Let me see. Who do we have as purple belt? Ethan.
Brian.
I was gonna say, yeah, Brian, not Josh and Costa anymore. They've leveled up. I would say we all hold our own in different ways, right? We all have our specialties, and they catch me just as much as I catch them, and that's it. We just train hard. We try and make each other better. It's not really a challenge or like a race.
You'll know who this is because you'll see me whooping their ass all over the place this week. Have you gotten way better, or has Jake gotten way worse since you started training?
Wow. How well does this
That's a
person
good
know
question.
you?
I like that.
How well
Bring
does
the
this
heat.
person know you?
Follows us.
But they don't know you.
No. I think they just see the videos of us rolling.
We don't even
Yes.
posted any videos of us recently.
It's been a long time.
I would say he dodges me on a very frequent basis. Okay. Which is fine. Whatever.
What are our rounds? You're my monster round.
Yeah, if we have a
I'm
round,
not doing that weekly.
we can do a once every 2 month, 30, 40-minute round that ends in maybe 1 or 2 submissions and us laying on the mat for 5 minutes afterwards, right? I mean, we've had a couple mellow rounds recently, little playful ones,
It's been nice.
but no one submits each other. And then
That
if
is
someone
fair.
gets close, then it's like game on, and then it's like, all right, we need to chill out a little
Which
bit.
is why we can't do it every week.
Yeah. I will say this. I was beaten up for months on months and months and months and months to the point where I was like, man, this sucks. And the only reason I didn't stop coming in because I was like, I'm not going to let him keep doing this to me. Like, there's no way, right? And I wanted to know how he did it to me. And that's it. I was like, this sucks. But I was like, I'm doing myself a disservice if I quit. Like, there's just no way I can do that. There's no way. And now I've gotten to the point where you know what? I can handle myself a little bit. I think if you were really wanting to turn it up and be mean, it's a different story. But
it'll be a while. It happened that last time when we were right over there. Because
I footlocked you, and then you
nice
footlocked me hard. And I was like, okay.
I had to baker him a little bit. I was like...
I remember because I footlocked you and you went, whack! And I was like, all right, dude.
Yeah, because I was like, all right, I'm going to let him work. It's been a while since we've rolled. He worked a lot better than I thought he was going to work. So I was like, yeah, I have to let him know now. But, dude, I tried to take a distinct advantage on you last week on the skins to skins match.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, I know I've had a lot of matches like that, but you probably haven't. So I was like, I'm going to get so much extra technique in with knowing where I can slip out a little bit and what's just not going to work. No, he held pretty strong. One weird position I think you hadn't encountered yet, just the sweep attempt from the Octopus guard.
Oh, yeah.
That is very different, shirtless and soaking wet.
100%.
Versus having a little bit of a layer on. But,
yeah.
Yeah, that was fun, man.
But I do Octopus guard all the time, so, like, it's not going to catch me off guard very often, you know?
Slimy Octopus guard.
Yeah, like I said, it's not a challenge. Like,
so have I gotten worse?
Have you gotten worse? No. I just think you've had other priorities right now. Like, you're not training like you're... What? Well, you have, right? I mean, like, our gym 2 years ago was so much smaller than it is now, right? Yeah. We have a culture that's just grown like wild, like weeds, dude. It's crazy. It's good. Going.
Yeah.
And that takes a lot of time. You've been using a lot of time on your kids' classes, and that's grown immensely. You've had other things, and that doesn't mean you've gotten worse. You also just don't train hard. Like, you don't get after it like you were when we first started.
Challenge accepted.
I'll roll with you, man. We can get a 30-minute in.
Maybe this week we might have to live stream it.
All right.
Yeah, I don't have any excuse on that because you're right. I think I'm still... The recoil from the cancer treatment stuff is different than I expected.
I wasn't going to say it.
When I do get after it, I pay for it.
Yeah.
Like, even just wearing the Apple Watch when I sleep. When I don't, if I just come in and roll like pretty normal, my heart rate when I sleep will be like 50, 51.
Nice.
When you and I had that all out over there for that 30 minutes or whatever, it was like 68 when I slept that night. Yeah, I'm going to figure that out. But also I was getting after it to try to figure out, and like, what do they call it when you separate the wheat from the chaff? They use a thrasher.
Dude, I don't know what you're talking.
So I was thrashing people for a little while.
Yeah.
You were in there. To find out who's who. Like, who is going to be a student and who's going to be an eventual coach. Someone who's going to become a higher belt. Because we don't give those belts away.
No.
You know, it's very, very difficult to get even a blue belt in here, in my opinion. Like, it'd be a tough sell for me if I were coming in here, knowing how hard some of these guys work. And I do know the ones who are potentially chasing a belt. And it's like, it's going to be a while for these guys. But in that process, you just never stopped. I stop torturing people if the vibe is upset after a certain, and I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. Or I'll let them get me a little bit. But he's right, man. I stuck it to him pretty hard for like months. And then all of a sudden it became way more difficult to do that to him. And then it was like, now it's very difficult. And the rounds do have to last a half hour or more, or I'm not going to get to like implement position or new submissions on you. His defense is... So there is a purpose for that, but I don't have to do that anymore. I look around and I see like my guys doing that, and they don't even know they're doing it. You know, you probably know you're doing it. I've seen you when you go hard on someone versus when you're letting someone work.
I very rarely go hard on people. Like, when I'm in here, it's 70-ish%. Like
70% is a lot.
yeah, but it's not like I will never put someone in a position where they're like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think jiu-jitsu is it's too valuable to even try and risk that, right? If someone can only take 50%, I give them 50%, right? You got to feel it out person to person. It's just, you got it. For me, when I was taking it, like I said, I felt like I was doing myself a disservice if I was to quit, right? And I'm okay with the pain. I'm okay with the hard, like, I would rather suffer through it than be like, go home and be like, yeah, I just couldn't do it today.
But you also called out for it. Like, you were like, may I have another, sir? Like, you're just the way you went about class.
Yeah, man, hard things.
It's just his face, bro.
I feel like it just makes you better, right? I mean, I don't want to take it the easy way.
You wouldn't be where you're at now if you hadn't have been the nail on a lot of those.
For sure.
And you wouldn't have the respect for it, I guarantee it. You'd probably be super good, but you'd probably be abusing it a little bit.
Yeah,
know not many people can handle that kind of mat abuse.
No.
Like, for sure.
And that's nothing against anybody either. Like, I understand it. Like, I've taken severe consequences for it. I've hurt my body a lot, right? My back and my neck and my knees. But for me, that's worth it, right? I feel better about myself being able to, like, push through that hardness and be able to come out the other side, right? And it's not for everybody, for sure. But if you can get through that hurdle, there is a lot of, like, I guess a blessing on the other side of it.
For sure. Who's your favorite round?
My favorite round, I would have to say Josh.
Josh is a good round.
Dude, we have great rounds and I love our rounds, but it's once every 3 months.
Look, it went from 2 months to 3 months.
Yeah,
now it's going to be twice a year.
No, I feel
I'm
like...
have to roll with Wyatt a lot now.
Yeah, well, whatever. We'll see if that happens. Josh just gives me rounds where it's like always something new, right? It's always like there's something weird happening, or like he's one of the rounds where my straight foot locks don't work, and I'm like, this is annoying, right? So I'm always like, how can I do it? But yeah, I mean, I like those rounds where it's also it's not too hard, but we can go for 20 minutes and still keep a steady pace. And yeah, it's a pretty good round. It's definitely it's a very good learning experience. For sure. We get good rounds too, actually. You do some funky stuff. Yeah. And you get the rounds in the gi. No one comes in the gi ever. I bring it all the time.
Every time we talk about the gi, I'm like, dude, I want to do the gi so bad, and it's in my car. So
I keep mine here and extras. But you know what?
You
it's just not look, if you wash your rash guard, I'll roll with you.
I wash my rash guard all the time.
The one you wear in here?
Every time, yeah.
I only rolled skins with you the other day because you didn't have your smelly rash guard on.
Okay.
What do you wash it with? Cats?
No. In the washing machine.
Dude, for what it's worth, your favorite rash guards, you probably got to throw away. Like, I objectively had, like, my rash guards, and I was, like, going through them, and I was like, this one, I've had it for so long, I like it.
7 years.
And I smelled it, and I was like, oh, I've got to toss this right now. Like, it was just like, oh, I can't have this anymore.
You're too organic. What do you probably don't even use soap?
No, yeah, I do.
Do you? What
Yeah,
kind?
begrudgingly. Whatever Costco stuff. I use actual detergent, yeah.
Defense soap is very good.
No, I mean for washing. Does
you mean
soap
washing
make
clothes.
a laundry detergent?
I think they do.
Oh, okay. Thought I had a good idea there.
You just gotta put like borax on it for like to soak or whatever. But back to Josh's rounds. Every time I roll with Josh, I'm laughing because it's like, what are you doing? Like, really? Yeah. Like, what just happened to me? And everything I do to Josh doesn't work. He's like, I'm not going to tap to that. Yeah. His arm is like backwards behind his head, and he's like...
Yeah, you have to choke Josh.
Or you have to dial the technique, right? Like, if it's not perfect, it's not going to work. And that's why I like it. You literally have to be perfect. Yeah.
He's really good if you're trying to focus on catching like Americanas Anacondas, Darces, rear nakeds. Like you have to choke him. He knows right where he can put himself to keep joint manipulations from really having that full effect. It's an awesome skill. He's competing, I think, this Saturday.
Oh, is he really?
That's gonna be fun to watch.
Wow.
Because it's a brown black belt. So.
Oh, that's right, huh? It's his first Was that
Oh, you did him
advanced?
so dirty, dude.
Why? That's great for
He
him.
would have just crushed.
He would have,
He would
but
have been in my division.
he would have,
right?
but it also wouldn't have
Masters?
given him reason for like. He's gonna go in there and he has every reason to hunt submissions because he's gonna be going against black belts and people who've probably been brown belts way longer than him, and he'll get them to. So I think it'll be great. It'll be great. Do you think you will get to black belt?
Do I think?
Do you think you will get to black belt?
I mean, I don't really think it matters, honestly. I just train.
Nux.
It really doesn't matter, man. There are people out there who have black belts that have been training for 40 years and are amazing, but when they go in a competition setting, they lose, right? And there's people who are blue belts that have been training for 2 years and they go and destroy black belts. The belting system does not matter. It really does not. Your accolades matter, how well you train, how much you train. That's the only part of jiu-jitsu that does matter. So will I get to black belt? The odds are yes, probably.
Barring catastrophe.
Yeah, unless something crazy in my life happens. But the odds are yes, I will get to black belt eventually.
He could jump ship and have a black belt real fast.
Do I have to pay?
Probably.
I'm alright. I don't know. I just don't think it really matters that much, really. If I can't perform as a black belt, I shouldn't be a black belt, right? I think you should be able to, like, be proud of what you earned. And if I'm not proud of it, I don't want it, right?
Yeah.
That's really comes down to. But will I get it? Yeah, probably, most likely. Most likely sometime in my life, yeah. I think anyone could get it. Like, if you are a 60-year-old man, you came in to start jiu-jitsu, which I think would be a good thing, you're going to get a black belt, right? If you train hard, or you
If
train...
you train till you're 75, you should probably have one of yours.
If you train for 7-8 years as a 6-year-old man, you are worthy of a black belt. Like, that's more impressive than, like, a 20-year-old coming in and training for 10 years.
It's more impressive to be 60 and be able to come in here and do takedowns, heel toe knee, than being 20.
We just had a 60-year-old sign up. Muay Thai, but he told me he's very interested in getting in here for jiu-jitsu.
The Muay Thai and Jits is a completely different animal on a 60-year-old body.
It is.
Like penetration
Jits is way
steps.
harder.
Like imagine doing a Osoto Gary to a 60-year-old.
But then also, like, we should not pressure someone who's 60 to, like, be like, hey, you have to do this. Like, I would be like, nah, you probably shouldn't do this one. Like, just for the betterment and longevity of yourself, stray away from certain things.
With good partners and oversight and a smart person that, and I'm not arguing one versus the other for any reason other than what I think is a fact, you have jiu-jitsu, which for an older person is, if you don't approach it right, even if you approach it right, is, I would say, high risk, low consequence. So if they go out there and they very slowly, especially if they're doing one-on-ones for a while, they learn how to break fall, they learn how to move. Maybe over an hour of working on some takedowns, all they learn is they should never go for a takedown. They should always slap bump and sit guard. And then they're learning ways that they can handle someone trying to knee slice pass without their hips certain way. But it's still very, very high risk. The high risk that they bend a finger back, the high risk that they crank their neck a little too far, the high risk that even if they're very smart about it, they let a submission go a little too far. But the consequences of those things are extremely low. Fingers in a splint for a week.
Yeah.
You have a crick in your neck and need to see a chiropractor for a week. Your elbow is strained for a week. You take time off, you heal. Muay Thai is very, very low risk, but very high consequence.
Yeah.
You partner up with the wrong person, or you step in to throw a body shot while they happen to be throwing a teep, or they happen to be throwing even if they're just doing a playful straight right, now all of a sudden your nose is broken across your face, you might be missing teeth, you could have, TBI issues, or broken ribs, and the consequences of that are very, very high. So low risk, high consequence, like rock climbing, right? Low risk, you're not going to fall often if you're doing it right. But if you fall, you could be dead. Like with,
I have fallen 15 feet with rock climbing before,
Nice.
straight on my back.
Yuck.
That sucked.
So anyway, that's how
Tunnel
I feel
just did
about it.
Taipei.
Yeah, I saw that. But you know what? You know who did it right before him? Is the camera crew. Those guys. If you follow their Instagram, it gets pretty
Yeah, but
suppressed.
was Honnold without a rope?
He was, yeah.
And the camera crew had a rope?
So the camera,
It's not even the same
His
thing,
camera
dude.
crew,
They
that's
didn't
true.
just take an elevator.
His
What do you mean?
his camera crew is, they get pretty suppressed on this stuff. Like they don't post the stuff, but if you follow them, like they just did a lead climb of the entire building, and they did it section, but they did a lead climb of the entire building without falling once to set up all those remote cameras.
Wow.
So that means they're climbing and they're securing their pitons and stuff where they need them. That's pretty wild. While like carrying equipment up with them.
They're definitely climbing some 514s and stuff.
Yeah, so like I mean, way more impressive because again, that's what they're doing is virtually zero risk with the highest consequence. When they fall, their gear is going to hold up. They are not going to die. They're not. If there was a gear failure, which is the lowest risk,
rarely
then they're dead. What Honnold's doing is still low risk, but the consequence is certain death. When they fall, nothing happens. When he falls, totally dead.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was wild, man. Super wild.
He's never fallen, though. And he keeps doing it.
Yeah, that's right, huh? Because he's
It just takes the one, dude.
Ugh. When
We
they
need
showed him
people
on
like
the,
that in this planet.
Yeah.
when they showed him on the 82nd floor with the wind blowing, and he was like just chalking up and checking everyone out, I'm like, this wouldn't it be crazy if he was just like, or a bird,
Oh,
just a
my.
bird knocks him, dude.
There was another Honnold that just succumbed like a few years ago. He was like he had a documentary too.
Oh, not the name Honnold, right?
Yeah.
This guy was an ice climber, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's
wow.
the Alpinist on Netflix.
Yeah,
Netflix.
yeah, super good. But yeah, falling to your death like that, and I think he even had a pack on, right? A chute that didn't open, or that opened too late, or something.
Yeah, avalanche.
Yeah, that's wild. All that stuff is crazy.
I'll stick to jiu-jitsu.
But yeah, so like, okay, in jits, I just dislocated my toe. The whole thing's black and blue, like it happens.
And
but
brown.
I'm like walking around. But I'm like walking around the next day. Yeah, it hurts, and stuff like that happens. You jam your finger, your neck cricks, and that happens. And if you're old, maybe you're not used to that so much.
I think it's a sport for everyone, man. You just have to be smart. Stay within your limits and know your limits. And if someone judges you because of that, then let someone know that's like one of us, right? We'll make sure that doesn't happen because we don't want someone like that in the gym, right? We want as many people in here. We want to have fun. This should be a safe space for people. Like, we're all here to get better. Yeah.
This is a place where people come to hang out and shoot the shit and get some activity.
Yeah.
If you're incapable because of whatever ailments or age or whatever, like you take it at your pace, you're still in there.
Yeah. Better than 99% of the population.
It is crazy how many people can't like muster up the courage to even like walk through the door, or they do, but they won't. They'll watch and they'll say, "Yeah, I'm going to come back tomorrow, and I'm going to get out there," and never see them again. The ones who just watch, rarely do we see them.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's kind of a very uncomfortable thing. Like, for me, personally, it wasn't hard because I don't have that, like, I don't care what other people think of me, right? And I feel like that's why the number one fear is public speaking, right? Because people can't take criticism from other people, or that's, like, the biggest fear for most people. So it's very uncomfortable. You come into a room of a bunch of people, men and women, who are in most likely very, very good shape. And that's intimidating, right? So I think that's kind of on us, though, to make it more opening for them. I try, if I have someone that shows up on a Saturday for my class and, hey, how's it going? Have you ever been in here? Try and ask their name, get to know who they are, and work with them for like 5-10 minutes on their own so they can really
That's huge.
dial some things in, and then, incorporate them into the class. I had a lady come in who was on the class. What class did I teach? Wednesday night?
Yep.
She came in, she did the Muay Thai. Great. She came to Jits class and she was just standing there. She's like, and I walked up and I'm like, hey, come Saturday, this class is going to be a lot. Come Saturday, I'll work with you one-on-one and we'll get into it easy. Okay. And she was like, okay, that's fine. Like, I don't even know what's going on. She left, she came Saturday, amazing. Right. And so I feel like if that's kind of on us as coaches and to kind of push people in that direction, like, it is hard. You come in and you start learning about arm triangles, into arm bars, into back takes, into rule of T-lone choke, and all this stuff, and you're just like, that's overwhelming. Come to Saturday class, 10 a.m.
And you have to start with the dude mounted on your upper chest.
Yeah, exactly. Come to Saturday class, 10 a.m.
Shout out Tara Rothschild. That's who that is.
Who?
That girl.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, she's on the team?
Yeah.
Sweet.
But you came in because you had your cousin that was training here. That's a huge handhold.
Wait a
huge
second.
help.
Wait a second. Not Spencer.
It was Spencer.
I think you came in with a different guy, your first class at Garden Highway. I remember sitting there behind the desk. It wasn't my class that you came into for the first class, because I was working on we're about to move, all this stuff. It was Zach or someone that was teaching, or Pupo. And you came in with someone, and he signed up for like a month.
Austin.
That's who it was.
That was my other cousin, but he came in after.
Okay.
Well, even then, so he came in with someone who was already training jits.
Yeah.
So even a guy like
Dude, he was
Wyatt,
like a hard sell. Or maybe the price was
he's
a
too
hard sell.
practical.
Me?
He's too like.
Maybe.
I was a
He's too,
hard
like-
sell?
Were you?
No.
I think the hard sell was like, oh, you guys are moving? That
I had no...
I just remember sitting there. I had my iguana was in the cage. And
Yeah.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, who's this freaking guy that I have to sign up? I'm trying to do stuff. And now look where we are. This is great.
I think I signed up that next week.
Exactly. You didn't sign up in the class.
That's what it
so
was.
anyone that doesn't sign up in the class on the day for Jake is like,
Was it $125 a month?
I think so, yeah.
Railed him because he didn't sign up that first night when it was $89.
I don't even think you gave me a price. I don't even think you tried to sell me that hard,
You look like
honestly.
someone who golfed. You know?
Yeah, I did golf.
but that's the thing. Even for someone like Wyatt who has a natural predisposition to the sport and doesn't care like what people think and wants to get after it and is super strong, like it took knowing someone to like bring them in, you know.
I didn't even know what jiu-jitsu was before.
Exactly.
Like,
so it's like
I didn't care to watch. I didn't watch any like UFC fights. I didn't nothing. I just was like,
imagine how many of you are just here in Yuba City that would be such a good fit on the team, but they just don't they don't know that what they need for their mindset and physicality and like discipline is like to come to.
There's like pretty much any cool person that I meet out and about. I try not to invite them to jiu-jitsu. It's like it's my business, but when I meet them or see them, especially in the gym over at In Shape or whatever, and they're just cool interaction, I want to be like, dang, you should come to jiu-jitsu. It's like just because they're a cool person, and that's who fits in here. The people that we don't sign up or choose to, you know, we've only banned a couple, but they deserved it. They're just like bad vibes, you know?
Or if you do tell those people to come in and train, like they always say, I've thought about it. But it's like they just haven't pulled the trigger. They haven't done that. They haven't come in for the first day.
Oh, I watch jiu-jitsu all the time. What? Well, where did you train before? Oh, I've never trained. I just watch it. It's like,
those are the people who like we can't like judge them for it because like it's hard. It's like I say, it's a very uncomfortable situation, and I don't blame them. Like, if I was like some random person, if I didn't have my cousin or whatever, or like I grew up in like a law enforcement background family or like whatever, I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
that looks weird.
Like I finish my workout at 6:45 at In Shape, and I'll be leaving. And sure enough, at least once a week, someone's like, "Oh, you train jiu-jitsu, right?" I'm like, "Man, I've been wanting to get into it." I'm like, "Okay, well, I have a gym." I'm like, well, whoa, where's it at? It's 1,600 feet that way. What are you doing? Well, I just finished my workout. Well, what do you have to do next? Nothing really. I'm gonna go home. You should just come right over. I'm rinsing off, and then I'm gonna be there. My class starts at 7. Any excuse to not come do it. It's so strange. I think you have to develop a relationship, and then over time, if someone doesn't experience something like not being able to keep someone off their back from choking them, and that's pretty rare, then yeah, you have to have a trusted friend or someone like invite you to come try. It's pretty rare that someone just goes, you know what, I'm gonna go try this thing. Even if they've been watching it or seen it or heard of it, I do think it's pretty rare.
Well, I also think it comes back to like when people who are new come in, a lot of people will have bad experiences because going back to the ego thing, people want to win. So then you get someone who's trained for 2 months and they got a new guy and they're like, let me see what I can do.
Yeah.
Right? And that, like you said, it sucks when you get beat up. Right? For me, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna come back harder. But
Some people like that beat down.
yeah, because you know, it, like I said, it's something on the other side that you just can't get unless you go through it. But
Yeah.
that's a hard thing to swallow, a hard pill to swallow when you just come and get destroyed, or they come in and get hurt, and that's like, oh well. I know I was at the gym like 2-3 months ago, and a kid came up to me, and he was like, "Hey, you remember me?" And I felt so bad. He was like, "No, I don't remember you." Which I was like, "Okay, sorry," or whatever. And he was like, "Dude, you hurt my arm really bad. Like you popped it." And I was like, "Me?" And I was like, "Serious?" I was like, "I don't even remember. I don't remember any of this." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I forgot to tap or something." And then I was like, "But I still don't think I would have hurt your arm." And I was like, "He's like, I don't know. It was weird." And I was like, "Okay." And
He
goes,
hurt his own arm. You were just holding it.
I don't know. I don't even honestly don't even remember it. But I was like,
There are
okay.
a lot of those people that like I'll see him and they're like, "Oh yeah, I went in and tried, but I got hurt," and they didn't sign up, or I never saw him again. Because like I mean, but that's because they come in with their ego too, and so they're like, "I'm not going to get tapped by
they
these
pick
guys."
someone who's only been here a week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or they're just like, "I'm not going to tap. Like this is fake. This like it's not going to work on me."
Which is still on us though. We shouldn't hurt him. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to hurt you. If I did hurt you, was not my intentions
Obviously,
at all.
you heard him. He told you. You heard
But I told him to
he
come back
approached
in.
you just to let
What's
you
the
know.
statute of limitations? on
Yeah,
this?
I told him to come back in, and I haven't seen him since, man. So it's kind of unfortunate.
Military
But
probably didn't take him because the injury. He's probably homeless right now.
I don't think that's true because he was at the gym.
Subluxt Jiujitsu North made me homeless.
But yeah, that happens a lot more than we think, right? And
Snuck into the gym to shower. This is crazy, Wyatt.
It took me. I started at 29. I just needed a room of guys that
You're
get that gets after.
36.
pretty young.
Shout out to
I look pretty young. Coconut oil.
Shout out to
Um,
shea butter.
but it took me 6 or 7 months of just floating the idea of coming in. Like I was like, I had to psych myself up to sign up, and then I bought like a lot of gear when I signed up, so I wouldn't quit. So like I was like, I'm invested. I got to do it because I didn't have someone to go and train with, or like my cousin or whatever. So it's hard.
Yeah, it's worth it though, guys.
Man.
It's worth it.
I guess we'll wrap this up with, have you guys seen any good movies lately?
There's a movie on Netflix. It's probably like, this is probably the most like cliche answer, but The Rip. Have you seen it?
I saw The Rip.
Yeah, it's a pretty good
Did
movie.
we just talk about The Rip?
We talked about the rib last
On the
week.
last
I tried to
podcast?
watch it, dude. It was just horrible.
Did we talk- I
Well, it
think
wasn't that good, I guess.
Did you like it?
Yeah,
But here,
it was pretty good.
Here's the thing.
It threw me for a loop.
I didn't make it all the way through. I was like, I got tired of it. But you were talking about how.
They take their skin off at the end. They were aliens.
No,
But you were talking about how, like, Netflix makes this and they do this, and then at the theater, bro. I was driving home from your house, and I put on Joe Rogan and Matt, and they were talking about the exact same
There
thing.
you go.
So you just ripped their
ripped the
whole
rip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you ripped the rip.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
How good was my summary?
I don't remember what you said, but I watched it. Oh, I did finish it. It was so just like, man.
Did you see what both they, them, and myself were talking about in how when they film something that's going to go to Netflix quickly, how they have to keep kind of dragging the central element back in to keep you focused because they know that you're going to be on your phone or you're going to be
I don't. What was the central element?
of that movie.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
that's what I'm saying.
like
Is
what
they did the opposite.
Oh, okay.
They released a theater film to Netflix.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And that's like, in my opinion, and I guess they have a lot of money where it didn't cost them very much. I mean, they were the lead actors in it, in their own film.
It probably has enough star power for people to be like, I'll watch this. That's the only reason why I watched it, because it has been. I was like hoping for like Good Will Hunting Part 2.
I would have had to see it in a theater to focus in on the whole thing. I watched it on my projector screen, laying there in the bed. My phone's right here. I was like, don't check your phone, bro. Don't check your phone. But then it got so... When there are just parts where I'm like, I think I know what's going to happen next. I'll check my phone.
But it was a total flip, though, at the end. It kind
You
of
didn't see that coming? You didn't see Tom Cruise pull his mask off?
It was kind of a run for the or ran you for a loop, you know?
All right, so we got the rip, which ripped, but Wyatt liked the rip. Brian didn't.
It was okay.
Look at
It was alright.
You guys watch Landman?
I love Landman.
I haven't. I did see.
He is Landman.
Dude.
He's the landman of the gym.
Okay, I've only seen one episode, so don't.
Oh no!
Watched
Don't even
the
talk
first
about it.
episode
Don't even talk
yesterday,
about it.
man.
Did you like it? It's got all your country music in it.
I one episode. I don't know. It's one episode, but dude, it kind of got me hooked a little bit.
Yes, it's
Nice.
so good.
I was like,
I'm gonna watch it.
Even
It's
Wyatt
really good.
liked it.
yeah.
I'll tune in with you. Let's watch it.
Watch
Like
Landman.
You want to
remotely.
I'll text you when I start, and you can start at the same time.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then
no,
you guys can finish
no.
together.
Let's talk about it when we're here. Not
Oh,
like
okay.
I'm watching. Are you watching?
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch
Prove
it at
it.
9:30.
Send me a pic. Send me a selfie with it on in the background where I can see the time.
All right. Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Okay,
but-
so Landman. Yeah, gotta watch Landman.
I watched Monty Python: The Meaning of Life.
I don't even know what that is.
Monty Python's like a British comedian skit troupe.
80s, 70s,
Yeah, like
late
in there.
70s.
They made like The Life of Brian. They made like a different one, like a Knight's Tale or something. They're like well known, whatever.
Holy Grail.
The Holy Grail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Life, The Meaning of Life, horrible, dude. It was so bad I couldn't watch it. It's got all these like weird intermissions. It was like if like Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club was like a movie that was like trying to be funny.
Why it's like, dang, he is 36.
I don't even know. I don't know anything about movies. People talk to me like, "Oh, do you know this actor?" And I was like, I couldn't even tell you.
So for those of you who don't know, what is this, a cinephile? Is that the word? Where you watch every...
Watch how you frame it.
Take
Come
certain...
on. Be careful.
Cinephile? Is that the word?
Use the right words here.
I'm going to have to look it
I
up.
don't even know what that word is.
Yeah.
And I hope that's
cinephile?
the word, or we're
Yeah.
going to have to edit a lot of this.
Yeah.
Cinephile. How do you spell cinephile?
CINO file. FILE.
A person who is fond of motion pictures. That's me. Where'd he go?
I don't know. He just.
Brian's gone.
Sorry, I can't speak. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll wait.
Anyway.
I'll wait. Brian's peeing with the door open. That's what it sounds like when Brian pees with the door open. Wow, it sounds like you're blowing your nose, Brian.
Dude, you wouldn't believe the kind of mucus that comes out if you take this like mucus medicine.
Mucinex?
Something like that, dude. It just it's so good.
An expectorant?
Maybe it's so, dude. It's so good. I never
Is that what
took.
that's called? An expectorant?
Is
that
it
the thing
green?
that makes it?
No, but it's just like it's white, but it's just like it comes so easily, you know.
Your mucus is white?
Mhm.
You should get
Are
that
you
checked
sick?
Yeah, I'm sick. I got like a respiratory shit.
Oh,
out. Great.
yeah.
I've been
That's like
coughing
it. That's
all-
been going around.
Point it that way.
Yeah.
So
I
anyway,
should be okay now.
cinephile, someone fond of movies. That's me, not to be confused with other files. I watch everything that comes out.
I know.
It's-
I've seen your Cinemark movie rewards.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So
Are you like elite?
He's like the pro member.
What have they given you, dude? What are the rewards?
stock options.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm that far in, dude.
If he
It's pretty-
stops, their lights turn off.
And here's the crazy part is I also have the Regal rewards where you can watch unlimited movies even in the same day. So $22 a month, you could go see 3 movies in one day. But anyway, that's like a drive for a Regal. But
$22.
yeah, as many movies as you want. But their concessions are really expensive.
That's like one movie.
Yeah, right. You should just have it, you know?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So now that the people know, so I watched the recent Silent Hill movie, which going into it, I love Silent Hill and I love Silent Hill Revelation. Those were sick. Growing up, those were awesome. Silent Hill scared me. Like I think I watched it with my mom. Maybe. Sorry, that's a bad shout out to my mom, but she let me watch Silent Hill. Scared me to death. And I've rewatched it. It was scary. It deserved to scare like a 10-year-old, right? Silent Hill Revelation I saw when I was like 20. Super good. It was a great Halloween movie. I saw it on Halloween in theaters. This one, and again, I went into this knowing it got 6% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Jeez, that's pretty bad.
6%. And they based it off the video game, not off the other movies. So I was like, ugh. So I went and I saw it, and there was a pretty full theater, and it sucked. But it didn't suck at the level of 6%. I would have given it like a 35%. But it had probably one of the most graphic, memorable scenes that I've seen in a long time. Did you guys see Smile?
Yeah.
Okay, you know at the very end of Smile, when they kind of choose to go with a giant, almost like a puppet, but it's like terrifying?
Is that the one? Smile 2 is the one where they're all in the room and they start crawling towards each other? That one was trippy.
Yeah, at the end of Smile, she's like in that burning cabin.
Oh,
And
yes.
it's a giant.
Yeah.
And it kind of catches you off guard.
Yeah, you're like... mm.
So this one has a scene kind of like that, where, spoiler alert, 7%, the dude wakes up and he's like stuck to the inside of what's got to be like a big stomach or something.
Yeah.
And there's this creature, and it's like his like dead ex. This is his head like upside down. Like I won't go too far into it, but they only show it to you for like 3 seconds. So those little things, and why I love movies, is like, yeah, the whole movie might have sucked, but the fact that someone was like, hey, let's put 80% of our budget into this one scene and then only show people for 3 seconds. It was enough to where I was like, and then it was over, and I was like, great, you know? And it leaves you, like, it left me thinking about what you see what I'm saying, right? They kind of leave your imagination to, like, work with it. So, in my opinion, that was, like, worth 30% of the rating. But, yeah, Silent Hill, no good. Flash of Genius. Have you guys seen that?
No.
1999, Flash of Genius. Y'all know who Dr. Kearns is?
No.
He invented the intermittent windshield wiper. Do you know what a windshield wiper is?
I do.
Okay. So he's the guy who's heavy on the autism spectrum.
Thanks.
Before it was called that. So it's this, early 60s, late 50s, early 60s, and he's driving, and he's super irritated. He's got a regular family, wife, bunch of kids, and the windshield wipers only have one speed.
I think I've seen this, actually.
Have you?
I think so.
Dude, so good.
Talks about how he invents the multi-motor or whatever to where it goes faster.
He's so
He's got a family
irritated
and stuff.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
freaking out in the car because he's like, I can either turn it on and it just rubs on the window, or I can turn it off and I can't see because of the rain. And everyone has the same
He
issue.
built it in his garage, right?
Yes. He's seen Flash of Genius, dude.
I have,
He wasn't even born yet.
And then the company
Amazing.
stole it from him.
Ford.
Yep.
It's a true story.
Yeah.
And he basically gives up everything to battle them legally for like his entire life over this. But it's very good, and it's very true to fact. Yeah, he died right before the movie came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
So I don't think he ever, well, obviously he didn't get to see it, but hopefully he knows that even the Wyatts of the world.
That was a good
Yes.
movie. That was
Dude,
a
it's
really
super
good
good. I'm going to recommend that one. High recommendation on Flash of Genius. Heavy downvote on the new Silent Hill. You guys got any other movies to throw out there? I'm not going to say anything else.
I'm not really a movie enthusiast, so I watch a lot of movies, but I don't remember their names.
Have you watched any good jiu-jitsu movies?
I don't think they make those.
Have you?
What's a jiu-jitsu movie?
That's all they don't make those.
They're out there.
I can't even watch an instructional, dude. I swear I've tried.
Okay, so
We did.
I've tried.
Remember that? We used to come in and watch instructionals?
Yeah.
there's there's one with Tim Allen. He plays a washed-up actor, which is funny, called Red Belt, where a dude owns a small jiu-jitsu school, and he teaches self-defense, and he has an interesting situation with a woman coming in for self-defense, and he ends up involved with like an underground jiu-jitsu tournament thing. Not a great representation of the sport, but super, super cool and good movie, especially if you like only know a little bit about jiu-jitsu. Then it probably blows your mind. Lot of well-known fighters, grapplers in it. It's older. It's pretty old. But Red Belt, if you haven't seen it, super good. And for a jiu-jitsu movie. And if you haven't seen Warrior with Tom Hardy and Joel Edgerton, have you seen that? That's a pretty good movie. Like, that's just a really good movie that also focuses on jiu-jitsu becoming like a dominant mixed martial art choice. So, and Tom Hardy is just legit. You really haven't seen Warrior?
Mm-mm. Maybe if I saw the movie again, I'd be like, oh yeah, I've seen this. But I'm not going to remember a name, dude.
Tearjerker.
I promise you, I will not remember a name. I will not remember actors. I'm just
You know who Tom Hardy is, though.
I do not.
He
If I saw a
trains
picture,
jits.
probably.
He's an actor who trains jits, so he competes. He's blue or purple, at least. Have you seen
I think he's a competitive purple belt. Yeah.
what's the movie with the English dudes?
Where he's his own twin.
Yeah. There's a series with like these English gangsters. Sweeney Todd. No, whatever. Anyways, he's the main one in that. If you whatever.
Yeah, I'm not gonna know.
He's Bane from Batman: Dark Knight Rises.
Dude, I'm still not gonna know.
He's like, oh yeah.
He is. He's Bane.
You have bad facial recognition.
I do.
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't remember names. I don't remember like things. If I see it, I'll recognize like the patterns in the movie, and I'll be like, "Oh, I know what that is. I've seen that before."
Yeah. See, guy from gym whose life is ruined because Wyatt compound fractured your arm.
I did not come
He just doesn't remember your face. You know.
I don't. I don't
Yeah.
remember a lot of people, man.
Well, cool. Anybody you want to shout out besides your mom?
My mom is great. She is amazing. Just everyone, man. People who support me in my life. There are very few people, but they're great people. They stick around. My gym family, my girlfriend, my pets. Yeah, they're great people, man. That's about all I got.
What are your pets' names?
My cat. I have a cat and 2 dogs. My cat does not have a name, actually.
Sick, dude.
Swear to God.
I respect that.
How long have you had cat?
Well, we call her Miss No Name, actually. But
Okay, it does have a name.
we found her in the wood pile next to the house when she was a baby. And I was like, well, it's either going to die or it's not going to die. And I chose for him to not die.
Woodpile cat.
Yeah, it's a great cat, though, actually. Potty trained and everything. So, don't have a name for her. And then we have 2 dogs, retrievers, English cream retrievers, so they're all white. Diesel and Remington. Those are the names.
That's cool. I like those.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll see you on the Mets.
Yeah, we need a monster round, bro.
We'll get one.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear a joke?
Oh,
What
God.
geez.
I got a good joke.